other than that, it's fine.
Let me just turn on my screen share and we can get started. So is it like afternoon for you right now?
It's like in the morning.
Oh, it's in the morning. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
EU East. I see.
It's,
I think the other day I coached someone from Germany. He was EU East, I think.
oh, right. It's not it's not a pleasant look.
It's not what?
It's not a pleasant look. My OPGG account.
Well, you know, I've seen worse, you know, so it's not like it's not that bad, you know what I mean? So, all right,
Yeah.
tell me what I'm looking at here. So it seems like you're mostly playing Tristana recently.
I wish I played Tristana like every game because I usually have good games with all-in champions, but my support is not always an all-in, you know.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look. And what are some things you think you want to work on?
Some things I need to work on.
Yeah. What do you think you want to work on?
Well, I'm not really sure. That's the thing. I mean, there are like a lot of basic stuff. Like I need to farm more. I need to pay more attention to my pet. I think that those are not the main mistakes
Okay.
that make me lose the game.
So
I
not
mean,
sure, not quite sure. Maybe there are a few things, but you know, well, I'm sure we'll see, right?
yeah. Well, I have some questions, but I will ask them in when the bad shit happens.
Sure. Nice Q, by the way, in this level 1 so far. Very nice. Man, they're all running away. Okay, cool. Good stuff so far. And you want to start with this replay, or does it matter?
I think it doesn't matter.
Okay,
The
cool.
Gene one was the worst, but we can do it like this.
Cool. Okay, what's going on here? Hold up, back it up. Wait, so we didn't leash because it was super late, right? Okay.
Yeah, Zillion went to help.
Sure. This Morgana didn't base. Oh, feels bad. Nice try dodging. It's okay. Let's keep going. I want to see some interesting things here. So far level 1's kind of weird because there's some kind of like level 1 play, right? So Zillion's not going to hit level 2 for a while. But let's keep going here. How does laning usually go?
Well, depends on the champions I play. As you can see here, it went really bad because I wanted to trade and I had no advantage in the trade.
Yeah, we could talk about this. So what went wrong here?
Yeah, as I said, I had no reason to trade with him because
Right.
I had no advantage in that trade. He would win.
So what made you want to trade with him? What do you think?
Well, I think it's just the fact that I was like Caitlyn, and mostly he wouldn't respond to my trade, but this time he did respond.
All right, so check it out. What are you trying to do here? In this exact moment.
Yeah, I want to go to hit him when he comes for that caster minion.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now if this is a problem, how do we make sure that we can kind of fix this? What do you think? So what was the problem? You said you tried to trade, but you didn't have an advantage, right?
Yeah, I think you have like a microphone problem. It stops for a little bit the sound.
Oh, really? Okay, let me see if I can fix that real quick. Okay, how about now? Is this good?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, I think it was a Discord thing. Anyways, so let's say the problem was you're trying to do something without an advantage, right? Maybe you didn't really have a good reason to do this, right? So
Yeah.
when can we kind of poke him when he wants minions?
When he can't trade back.
Yeah, basically, right? When they can't really do anything about it, right? So instead of what's the current problem right now? We're just doing it just because we can, right? And what's the thing we need to check for before we should think about it? We should think about hitting him, but what do we need to make sure of in order to actually do this. Oh, does this, is this actually good? Right? Can you get away with this? Something along those lines, right? So every time you want to pressure him off a minion, you can always pretend first to see what he does. Do you know what I mean by like pretend first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you're just debating, and then you see what his reaction is, right? So let's say he doesn't react. So maybe you just go for a few more hits, right? And he doesn't react, and everything's good. Let's say he does react. You're like, oh shit, he's ready to fight me. You know what I mean? So maybe we can't necessarily trade with him, right? But a good test is always pretend before you actually do it. Right?
Oh, right.
And then
I get it.
Yeah, and then let's talk about this part. Because after you hit him and he hit you back, what did you do?
Yeah, I kept attacking.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So this is a separate problem, right? What happened here? What do you think? You're just fighting him because he's hitting you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have just went back.
Yeah. You think this is a problem?
Wait, what is that music?
What's up?
There is like a song playing. I don't know.
Is a song playing? Dude, it's not on my end.
Wait. I'm not sure what's happening.
It might be. Did you open up like a replay or something and there's music playing, or it's not on my end.
Okay, I fixed it.
Nice. Yeah, but yeah. What do you think is the problem here?
You mean the bad habit I have that got me?
Yeah. We're fighting all of a sudden, right? You try to poke him, he hit you back. Now you're trying to kill him. What happened?
Well, he won the trade, and I had to go back, burn flash, even heal, I think, and I don't remember.
So it's like the question is like, why did you stay? What do you think?
I think in my mind I saw him alone there, and I was with Zillion, and I thought we can do something. Like Morgana was not next to him, and we were like we had same HP, so in my mind was like, oh, it's a trade, but we are two here. He will definitely die before something happens.
So what went wrong then?
Well, she came anyway.
Well, she didn't hit you, right?
Yeah, but she didn't hit me.
So what went wrong?
I think Zillion had no way to help me there.
Let's say Zillion throws a bomb on him. Who wins?
I don't think a bomb is enough. I don't.
Yeah, you guys still lose by a lot, right?
Yeah.
So what's the problem? What do you think?
Well, I think. Oh, now I see. We are level 1, right?
Okay, yeah, you guys are level 1. That definitely doesn't help, right? But what reason? Do you have a reason to fight?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the minions damage.
Okay, so whose minions are helping?
Well, his minions are helping him.
Yeah, so he has more minions than you, right? So that's not really a reason. Anything else? What happens if you don't have a reason and you fight?
Well, it usually ends up bad.
Say again? Oh, ends up bad? Yeah, auto loss, right? So let's flip the tables here. What reasons do they have to fight you?
Well, we are pushed out. I mean, my minions are almost dead. He is level 2.
He's level 2.
I think I even have lower HP.
You have less HP. What about his champion?
Yeah, I think his champion is better at trades than me.
Alright, trades and also all in, right? Because he just 6 stacks you, and then what do? You press Q, good luck, right? He can always flash Q, so right. So what makes your champion strong?
Well, in this situation, nothing. I mean, it's not a situation is good for Caitlyn.
Yeah, you want to like keep your distance, right? Hit him with like headshots or something. So you're just kind of trying to fight. I think from the landing phase, from what we're seeing, you're just trying to fight, but you didn't have a good reason to. Like you said, you're like trying to trade earlier when you wanted a minion, but you didn't have a good reason to. So what do we know about trying to fight without a reason? Oh, you just lose, right?
Yeah,
It's impossible to win. I don't know how you're supposed to win, right? It's physically impossible. That's what I want you to think, right? Unless they're actually AFK or they're like bronze or something, it's actually physically impossible. He just right clicks you, you lose, you know?
Yeah.
So that seems to be the main thing we might be looking at for laning phase is, you know, when you try and fight, it's not that you shouldn't try and fight or you shouldn't think about it, right? Like, let's back it up here. Like here, you're like, I want to try and hit him with a headshot, right? It's not that you shouldn't look for it because you have a headshot ready. This is when you're strong, yada yada yada. It's more like, how do you know? Are you sure he's not going to try and kill you when you do it, right? Or you're not gonna tank minions, or jungle's coming out, right? Or Morgana's gonna flash bind. You know what I mean? You need to make sure nothing goes wrong when you go for it, right?
Yeah.
And an easy habit you can check is always just pretend to do it and see what he does. That's always a good way to do it, right? So definitely something to think about, right? Is when you are trying to punish or trying to, you know, pressure them off minions, you can always pretend when in doubt. Like, let's say you're not sure, you just pretend to do it first. And then the second one is when you actually go for it, you need to make sure nothing goes wrong, right? Otherwise, you know, you kind of lose lane, you know, at level 1, you know what I mean? So definitely not good. All right. But it seems like kind of not like an easy fix, but it's simple. It's a simple thing to work on. Every time you want to hit them, you just double check, right? Make sure you know why you're hitting them, why this makes sense. You have to go home, by the way. You have 0 HP. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's fast forward a bit. Do you have any questions about that, or does that just make sense?
No, I got it.
Okay, cool.
But
cool.
like, yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Cool. Yeah, now it's seeming a little feels bad. No flash. Okay. Let's keep going. We're just trying to farm from a distance. Sure. Okay, nice. Ooh, nice punish there. Very nice. Okay. Let's keep going. I want to see some PvP stuff. Sure. Kiana gank is easy. Zillion flash, please. Oh, feels bad. That's okay.
Yeah, he kept telling us we lost the game because we didn't join that gank.
Zillion didn't flash. I see. Oh, they're dragoning? They're trolling. Wait, you need to put traps down. Oh, no. You need to put traps down. Oh, no. Okay, let's talk about this. What do you think?
Yeah, I had to put traps like at the entrance of the pit, right? So they can get out.
Right. And anything else?
You're talking about mechanics?
Yeah, we can talk about mechanics.
I don't know. I could even queue from the distance before going in.
It doesn't seem very good, right? We want to save our queue. So I think saving your queue here is good, right? But I think the main problem is just the traps, right? So I don't know how much Caitlyn you play, but if you play a lot of Caitlyn, it's something you should know, right? You wanna, how does Caitlyn kill people? What do you think? There are like a few ways, but what are some ways Caitlyn kills people?
Well, I think the most of my damage comes from headshots.
Yeah, right? Headshots, right? And what else?
I don't know, like everything can kill, but I don't know.
Let's say your headshots right now. How much damage does it do?
A lot.
Okay. How about 6 items in? How much damage does a headshot do?
Well, even more.
Right. No, like in terms of how many headshots does it take to kill someone? Late game. Like ADC. Let's say you're hitting an ADC. How many headshots do you need?
I think like 2 could be enough.
Yeah, literally 2, right? Okay, right now, how many headshots do you need to kill someone?
Well, I think even 1 is enough for Twitch, maybe.
Wait,
After the bomb
you can
explodes.
kill someone with 1 headshot right now? I mean like in general, just like in general. Like he's full health. Morgana is full health. How many headshots do you need?
Oh, I need like I don't know, 5, 6.
You need like 10, right?
Oh yeah,
You need like a lot, right? A lot more. Okay, where does your damage come from then? Early game.
from my Q.
Yes, from your Q, right? And your traps. So, and if they're standing still, they can't dodge the Q, right? So that's kind of what you're looking for is the Q damage and the trap damage, right? But it's good that you're saving your Q to make sure you can land it, right? But when you think that this is doomed, you just leave. That's fine, right? So, but definitely something to think about is where does your damage come from, right? Because you say headshots, but early game it's not headshots, right? That's late game. That's mid game, late game, right? Because late game your damage doesn't really come from Q. It comes from headshots and your traps and your nets and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely something to think about for sure. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't think you could really. Dragon's pretty dicey, right? Your teammates are just dying, so not really a big deal. Okay, let's keep going. I mean, even though you lost a bunch of health level 1, you didn't die, so I guess not that big of a deal yet, right?
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let us keep going. Where do you think actually never mind. I'm just gonna see what's going on here. Nice Q. I think mechanically speaking, we're pretty good, right?
I wasn't a Caitlyn player before, like before I saw your channel. Only then I
Oh
started
my
playing
god.
Caitlyn a lot.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I saw your video with Caitlyn practice tool, and I was like, oh, cool, I can do that.
Yeah, champion's really interesting, right? It's really hard too. So I think that's part of the fun is how hard she is. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. So far so good, no? I think so far so good. I think you had some good fighting. They're low. You poked them out. You used ulti at one point. Everything seems to be good. Okay, here we go. This is it, right? This is the spot, right?
Yeah.
So it feels bad. Zillion no ulti. We just die here, right? You can't stop this ulti. So what do you think? What do you think?
Well, I actually wanted to ask you about this one. I mean,
Yeah.
in my mind, I thought we are safe, right? I had flash, I had E. I think I can like outplay this game, but
Okay. So what happened?
yeah, I I didn't outplay it, but I don't know. I don't really know. I
Yeah.
mean,
So what do you think? What could you have done better, or what would you rather? Yeah. What could you have done better? Well,
I
actually,
think
let's go back more. What's the problem?
well, we had no vision first of all. But I was expecting her. Like I knew I had no vision. I knew she's
Mm-hmm.
coming. I still
Mm-hmm.
thought I can do something.
Mm-hmm. And after watching it, do you still think the same thing?
Well, I don't think so.
Why not?
I mean, she kind of killed me alone. They didn't even when they come in. I was already dead. So I don't know if I could do something.
Right. So I mean, you can come up with a few things, right? Like how could you make this better? Oh, maybe we can cut into the bush, and Zillion's gonna bomb her, right? But does that work? What do you think?
Well, it's a low chance because
Low chance, right?
when I'm going to the bush, the enemy bot is coming to us.
Yeah, he's just gonna ulti you straight up, right? So he doesn't even care about Zillion bombs, right? So is there any way to make this good?
There can be some ways. Maybe if I don't know, like put a trap on me when I see him.
Sure, but she's just gonna face tank it, no? She's gonna just ulti straight up, right?
Right. But after she ulti, I can like I think I can flash out, use my E, and maybe escape.
Okay, let's see how much damage she's doing here, because she's gonna ulti and then press Q, right? So
She's
let's
doing a
see.
lot of damage.
So and by the time she ultis, okay, you're like she just does. You're like paper apparently, right? You just die, right? Even though you have heal. Were you even
Yeah,
close to getting away?
I was not.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting, right? So what do you think? So we know she's coming. You thought you could win. It wasn't close. How would you change things? Is the question. Because this
I
is good. This is
think
a good part of testing, right? You're like, she's coming. I think we can win, and then you didn't win. And could you have done something to make yourself win? If the answer is no, then something was wrong with the idea, right?
yeah, then I shouldn't be pushing.
Right. So how do we make sure? How do we either make this bait better, or don't? How do we make sure you don't go for these baits? Is the question, right? So what do you think?
Well, I shouldn't go for this. That's right.
Okay, you can say that. I think that can be reasonable. I think you can also say you can try and fight it out, right? But let's say as a general rule of thumb, you want to increase your chances of fighting it out. How do you do it?
Um, I don't know.
So how do you kite Vi here? If she's coming from the river, what's the farthest point away from her? How do you give yourself the most distance?
Well, I can go back to the tower, so I have to,
So
as
like
you
this,
said. No, that's not right.
right? Can't do that because you go right into her, right?
Well, as you said, I think I should like go to the bush, right?
Right. So if you think you can win this fight, you can kite away from where she's coming from, right? So if she's coming from the river, you can go down. And
Yeah,
how come this can work? This 2v3. How come Morgana and Twitch can't just walk up?
because of Zillion.
I mean they're gonna try and walk past him, right? Why can't they walk past him? Look at this.
They are low HP.
Yeah, they have no HP, right? So you just kill them essentially, right? But let's say you kill them and Vi kills you. Is that good?
Yeah, if I kill them both, that's good.
You think that's good? And Vi kills you and Zillion? Yeah, sure, you can go for it. If you think it's good, you can go for it, right? For me though, I think if you give, have you ever experienced giving the jungler kills, and then they just go around kill everyone? Like, let me see if I have any examples here.
Yeah, I actually had a game. That's the game. That's the game.
This game. You give Kha'Zix a single kill. You give Kha'Zix 2 kills. What happens? Oh, now he has fucking Dirk, and now he kills mid and top, and he kills jungle. Oh, this Karthus went 3 and 13, right? So did he start? Was he the one who started feeding, or is it after some lane gave away kills? You see what I mean, right? The game is really really volatile in that if the jungler gets money, there's gonna be a problem for the whole game, right? So I would recommend that you don't go, like, let's say you kill both these guys and you get enough money to buy BF sword, right? Or your pickaxe here or something. And then Vi bases and she has her jungle item. Okay, how much longer does it take for you to be useful? Then Vi to be useful.
A lot more than for him.
Yeah, you need like 2 items or something, right? And then Vi just gets, while you're trying to get those items, Vi is going around killing people, right? So definitely something to think about, right? Is this even worth? I would say it's not even worth anymore, right? So we could say, how do we make sure this doesn't happen? Because I think it's better to just avoid this gank in the first place, right? What do you think? Let's say you don't know where Vi is. They're super low. Your jungle is topside. What do you do?
Well, I should just kite her, as you said, and try to fight her.
Okay, but like in general, what do we do? We don't know she's here yet.
I don't know.
What are your options? What can you do?
To fight her. or to
You,
prevent
you don't know where she is, right? In this example, what can you do?
Well,
It's like an example. You can base. That's an example, right? What else? What else can you do?
well, just fall back in this situation.
Okay, you can back off, right? Now, what's a good way to back off here, but still applying pressure?
I can just oh, so I should just go to the bush
Well,
after.
what does that do?
Well, it's harder for her to gank us. I mean, she still knows we are there, and she can still gank us.
What does she? Is it worded?
Well, no, but she will still come.
Let's say you guys pretend to base. Is she gonna come bot?
Oh, now I know what you mean.
You see what? Yeah, see what I mean? Or like we can hide in the bush, right? Let's say you said there was a problem of no vision. Do you think you guys can go get vision now?
No, we can't. She's there. And if
you guys can't get vision now, it's not possible.
actually we can.
I think you can get vision, right? You can 2v1 her, right? Especially if you check the bushes first. You know what I mean? Right? But it's pretty much anything but like, you know, you have to play around the jungle somehow. You know what I mean? You can't just like ignore it and then they walk up behind you and then it's impossible, right? Because here you're so busy dodging this binding. At this point, you can't win, right?
Yeah.
It's impossible to win, right? I don't know what you're supposed to do, right? You're gonna flash, she Qs you anyways. If you can E and then flash, she's just gonna ulti, right? There's nothing you can do, essentially, right? You can say, I'm gonna trap, and then when her ulti is over, I'm gonna flash. By that time, you're already dead, right? So it's kind of nothing you can do, right? So what are some things we can do if we are suspecting the jungler can be here? But we have different options, right? So I want you to consider like pick an option that you know you won't die to the jungler, essentially, right? So you can hide in the bush. You can just try and poke and run, right? You can say, if she comes out, I run to the bush. You can go get vision. You can base. But you want to do something to make sure you don't die to the jungler, right? Because up until now, you're winning lane, right? And then when you guys die to the jungler, you guys are losing the game, right? All of a sudden. So definitely something that we need to prevent, especially in this meta. Right? Because like this Lux is, I mean, this Vi is gonna go crazy essentially.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, she like if she goes crazy, this is literally where it starts, right? It always starts in a lane. It always starts in a gank, I promise you. And it's especially bot lane because there's 2 kills, right? So we need to make sure that no disasters really happen bot lane. And how come the jungle can gank solos, but the solos can like trade kills? You know how like if you kill ADC and support, it's still probably bad. How come the mid laner can do that?
And bot not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It takes more than that for me to.
Okay, let's say you have a mid laner Z.
Yeah, right.
Against an Azir, right? And he just dives the Azir, but the jungle kills him. Why is that still fine for Z?
I don't know.
Well, how come it wasn't fine for us as ADC?
Well.
Oh my god, Twitch died. What the fuck?
Yeah, that damage is insane.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Oh my god. What? What? Oh my god.
Well, I don't know why it says it's fine for Z to die to him.
You don't know why? Okay, what if it's a Azir? Okay, let's say, you know, okay, how do I make it more obvious? Okay, let's say it's Talon.
Right.
And Talon kills the enemy mid laner, but he dies to the jungler. Why is that fine?
Okay,
so why Why couldn't Caitlyn do it? Because she didn't. Even if she makes money, she's not useful yet, right?
Yeah.
Because she needs multiple items. Okay, what about Zed?
Well, he doesn't need that much.
Right.
I mean,
So
if he has like 1 kill advantage on his lane, he can like he already won that lane basically.
yeah, he's going crazy now, right? Now he's snowballing, right? But you can't snowball as well. You see what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea, right? Is these early game, mid game champions, they're happy trading kills, right? These late game champions, if you trade kills, there might be a problem, right? And so for bot lane, you know, you can't, if you make money, you still can't kill the enemy bot lane, right? You're still gonna die to the jungler. But if the jungler gets kills, they're gonna just go around and do a lot of things. So definitely something to think about, right? In these ganks. But good job in the fights though. So far in the fights, we're doing pretty good, right? None of these fights have been all these fights have been pretty good actually, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they were.
So far so good. Oh, okay, what happened here? I think we're seeing a common trend here. What do you think? Oh, you actually get away. Oh my god.
Well, top was missing. I had no support on lane, and Rise was even at the tower, and I got pings. I was still stayed there. It was stupid.
Right. So how come you got away here? What do you think?
Well, I was into the bush, and he couldn't like instantly ult me. Right? I don't.
Again?
Because I was in the bush, he couldn't like instantly press R on me.
Well, you know, do you think they could have killed you here? Is the question. Like, was this good?
Yeah. Oh wait, I was still outside for a pretty long time. Yeah, they could kill me.
Right. So, what do you think? What's the problem we're seeing here?
Well, I see nothing on the map, and I have no vision in the bush, and I'm still pushing.
And so they're just gonna gank you, right? Or they're try and they're basically trying to gank you, and you're kind of not ready for it. Is the problem we're seeing here, right? So, how do we fix this? Is the question. What do you think?
Well, actually, this is like a big problem of mine, especially for example if they have like a fed assassin. And it's the same scenario. Like I have no vision in some places, and I know that if he's there, I'm dead.
Right. Exactly. So how do we fix this?
Well, if I know that if the enemies are there, I will die, then I just shouldn't be there, I guess.
Okay, so why were you here? What was the trigger? The thing you were doing in game before the mistake?
I was farming.
You were farming. All right. So this is easy put together habit, right? So you insert a new habit on top of whatever you're already doing in game, which is what we call the trigger, right? So if your trigger is, I'm going to go farm, I'm going to push this out, right? Which is actually what happened in lane. You did the same thing, right? I'm going to go push this out. What is something you want to, what habit do you want to insert here?
Like check the map before I do it.
Exactly, right? I want to push. You're right. I want to push too. The first thing you do, check the map. Okay, they're coming bot. What do? Put 2 traps down, and then you can push, right? You see how that works, right? So you want to do something. You're not wrong that you want to do it, but you're missing a step in between to make sure it doesn't go badly, right? You can even say something like, I want to push, Rise hide here, I'm going to bait, right? Something along those lines. But you need to have this step in here, right? Is you want to push, you check the map, they're coming for you. What do? What if you can't push? Okay, fine, we can't push because Rengar is 20-0 for some reason, right? Something like that. But you see how that works though, right? Is every time you want to go push a wave, you do this habit. And that's how you becomes a permanent habit where, you know, let's say you do this 1,000 times in a row. All of a sudden, every time you see a minion wave, you check the map. And you see how instant that is, right? It's gonna be super instinctive. That's kind of like what people call autopilot. That's like what you want. You're training your autopilot basically, right? You hit that minion. Do you know what the first thing I thought of was?
you looked at the map?
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's Twitch here, and then I said something like Twitch just spawned or something like that. So we're good to go. We can push. Right? You see how that works? Where
Oh,
you
right.
you check who's coming. Is it, can they come here in time, and then can you push or not push? Right? You see how that works? Like, okay, Morgana has Moby boots. Can I push this in time? Or Alistar has Moby boots. Can I push this in time? Right? You see what I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of like the habit you want to develop. It seems like is a map awareness habit, because when you know where they are, you don't really seem to have a problem, right? It's kind of when you don't know where they are, that's when you just like start making mistakes. I think. Oh, I think someone was like FF vote. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, what do you think?
I actually looked on this and I asked myself what was wrong, and what I think is, well, I think the queue was just unlucky, but the problem was that I was there. I had no reason to be there, like at that hour. I couldn't
Well,
do
you
anything.
had a
Like,
reason in game. What was it?
well, it was just like take one minion, hit them maybe once, twice, but that wouldn't help me at all.
Exactly. Hit the minions. That was your habit. That was the trigger, right?
Yeah.
Is this a similar habit?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it's very similar, right? Instead of someone ganking you, it's someone throwing a skill shot at you, right?
Yeah.
Is it the same trigger? You're trying to kill minions. It's the exact same thing, right? So it's a habit of you. The thing you want is not that it's leading you astray, because you can't say like, okay, never farm, right? It doesn't really fix the problem. It's more like, oh, why are we dying for it while we're trying to get the farm? Right? It's because we're not paying attention to what can stop us, right? So kind of we're looking at kind of minion based habits, or farming based habits, right? How do we kill these minions without getting caught or something crazy, right?
Yeah. The funny thing is that I even end up losing way more minions by doing that.
Dude, that's the ironic part, right? Is that, let's say you want to kill and you get hit by a blitz hook, right? The fact, because you wanted to kill so bad, it got you killed, That's a classic, right? Because you want these minions, you get poked out. Oh, you get less minions now, right? So
Yeah.
the more you want it, the less you're gonna get it, I think, is a good way to put it, right? So that's a good thing to remember, is don't try too hard for it. It'll happen naturally, right? Like this, like these minions running into the tower, this is all natural. You don't have to force it or do anything crazy. So
Right.
very much when we want minions, this is when we do these habits, right? Who's ganking me, and can they stop you from farming the minions, right? They're gonna engage on you. I think those are the main habits we're seeing here. Okay, and then we need to go bot, right? Okay, sure. You're gonna get dove, by the way, if you're not careful. Woo. Okay,
Yeah,
nice. Sure. Clear bot. Okay. Going back to bot. Sure. I want to see some kind of team fighting, to be honest. Let's see. You think you can't push out because it's too scary? I think that's fine. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, people is saying no to the surrender now. That's funny. You need to be Baron side soon, no?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah, we should be Baron side.
Okay, how do we know that? Like, let's like here.
Everyone is missing and we have no vision over Baron.
All right, so after we kill these minions, we just need to be mid or top, right? So we can see if we can stop the Baron. That's about it. So be very careful about pushing bot when the enemy team can kill the Baron, right? That's basically it. Usually this is not something to worry about too much, unless you do this like a lot. Then I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But what do you think? Does this happen often?
I think it does. I mean,
oh, it does.
The minion thing is like a really bad habit of me. For example, I could go both like I did now and ignore everything else, just push the wave. In my mind, it's like they are not here. I can push and get so many minions, and I can even know they are Baron. Sometimes I'm the one that pings Baron, but I'm still bottom farm.
Right. Okay, so here's like a good way to put it too, is you want the minions. What will they do? That covers all of it, right? So you want the minions, what would they do? They're gonna gank you. You want the minions, what are they gonna do? They're gonna engage on you with the Lux binding or whatever, right? You want the minions, what are they gonna do? They're gonna start Baron, right? You see how this works? So every time you want minions, think about in terms of how they will stop you. And then you can go farm, right? Once you've thought of that, then you can go farm, right? See how that works? So, oh, this is 5v4. We can win this. Oh, let's go, Kiana. Oh my god, that ulti is so broken. What the fuck? You can almost kill her, by the way. Oh, you want to fight this? That's okay. How did I know you want to fight this? What do you think? Or why do you want to fight this?
We want to fight it because it's 5v4.
Yeah, that's it, right? Man advantage, right? So, but you can't just like die for it, right? So that's okay. I think I think you guys are looking for it there. It was a little bit maybe a little bit too hard. So, okay. Sure. So far this whole game is just we died to gank, right?
Yeah.
Feels bad. Yeah. Yeah, so if you give bot lane any amount of kills, I mean, if you give jungle any amount of kills, I want you to think you just lose the game. Because that's actually what happens, right? You just straight up lose. It's really sad. So the first thing to fix in lane is always never die to the jungler. Like, actually never die to the jungler. Otherwise, you're going to be really sad. Like, have you ever died to Karthus jungle?
No, not actually.
Really? Oh, well, in my elo, it's 15 GG if you die to Karthus jungle, right? Because he presses R later and then you guys just straight up lose. So, yeah. Okay, nice. Good team fight. Let's keep going. Oh, okay. Something going on here. They got away. That's fine. Go farm. Good. So yeah, so far it's very much you want these minions, but you need to make sure you know how they will respond so it doesn't go badly, right? You want to get the minions and not like die or them getting Baron. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
So it's like same thing every time. Like when we say every minion wave, we mean every minion wave. Like you go for this, okay, where's the Twitch? Right? Or you go for this, you're like, okay, Morgana flash over the wall. You see what I mean, right? You gotta kind of plan for all these things or think about these things before you can go kill these minions, right? And then otherwise you're gonna get caught in some traps. You know what I mean? So surprise, it's Twitch, right? So definitely something to think about, right? Is when anytime you want to kill minions, think about this. What are they gonna do? Dude, this champion's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, isn't she like 3 and 9? Oh my god. Yeah, ADC dies to everything. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, good. All right, you guys lose this though, I'm pretty sure, right?
If Twitch was there like 3 seconds sooner, I would be dead just by taking that wave.
Yeah, or you would have lost your flash or something, right? So
yeah,
exactly. Oh, that's like a very important habit because minions always bait people, right? Minions and trying to kill people are like some of the biggest bait in the game. So definitely something to look at is every time you want minions, think about this. Wow, we have a play here somewhere. Oh,
it feels bad, man.
I mean, we can take a look at this. What do you think?
I could queue over the world.
It's a little hard, right? So you could look for it, but I think there's a lot to keep track of. You know what I mean? Oh, nice flash. This game's already too late though, right? So
yeah,
main problem is dying in lane. Essentially, I like remember when I was like, you die to the jungle, the game is over. Like it was hard to play, right? This is a really good example of, you know, if you die in lane to the jungler, that's the first thing you have to fix. I promise you. If you die to the jungler, that's the first thing you have to fix. That's like the biggest impact bot lane has is feeding the jungler.
Yeah, in these matches, like I think it's the same problem.
Right, exactly. So it's gonna be we're gonna look at this and we're gonna practice this habit. Right? I want you to think every time you want to push a wave while you're watching the replay, I want you to look at the map and see if you notice anything different. Or just notice anything that'll help you play the game. Right? I want you to like kind of do it in real time if possible, right? So let's fast forward a little bit where the games become relevant and we'll see. Right? Like every time a new wave comes in, you see that? There's a new wave, we have to look at the map.
Yeah.
Right? We see you look at Rammus and then you look at their jungle who is missing. Right? That's what I want you to be looking for. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Sure. This lane is really annoying, right? It's Ezreal Zyra, so that's kind of awkward. Oh, here we go. We have a gank. We're the ones with a gank on our team now. Sure. Wow, we just W them now. Oh, beautiful W. Heal? Oh, you missed the heal. It's okay.
I wasn't looking.
It's okay. Sometimes it happens. What do you think? Big deal or not a big deal?
I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay, then nothing to worry about then. You need to run, by the way, because jungle is coming, right? You need to run. Okay, good. Woo.
Now something.
Okay, wait, you're dying here. Wait, you're dying. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about this. Okay, so did we see this before? Yes or no?
Yeah, I had no reason to go back.
Yes, no reason to fight. Okay. If there's another laning problem, this is it. Okay, you're fighting, but it's not good for you, so you end up like inting, right? So how do we fix this? When you want to fight, you must name a reason. How's that sound? You need a good reason. I have fourth shot, something like that. It's 2v1, something like that, right? But you need a concrete reason that you win this, right? So if we walk up here, do we have a reason that we win this?
No, we do not.
There's no way. How do you kill this guy? You can hit him 3 times, and he's still alive, and he's gonna kill you, right? So there's no way. Okay, perfect. What's our goal here? What are we trying to do?
To save Thresh.
Perfect.
Run away.
Exactly. I agree. 100%. I agree. Okay, save Thresh and run. But you try to hit him, right? You see how that works, right? So very much when you're not trying to fight, don't get sucked into you can hit them, so you should. That's not really true, right? Just because you can hit them doesn't mean it's a good thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely a habit we're seeing here is you're trying to hit them. Like even here, like you turned around here, right? When you thought this Thresh hook was gonna land, you turned around here. You guys are dying. All right, so you need to run. You guys need to run. So,
even if the hook hit him, we couldn't kill him.
Yeah, and you see it's like, oh, do we have the same problem? Does Nocturne carry this game? What do you think?
Yeah, he will instantly one
he gets 2 kills. It's over, right? Well, maybe not over yet, but it's really bad, right? Should Nocturne be getting kills before level 6?
No.
Yeah, not really, alright? So let's back it up here. So what happened? Check it out. Okay, we're fighting here. Okay, we kill the Zyra. Rammus dies, sure. Everything is fine. Okay, now what?
Now I go back far.
Oh, is that a habit? Is that a trigger? What's the trigger?
Now I should look at the map.
Exactly. All right. And here's a hint. Every time you fight bot, the enemy jungler is coming right now. Right? Every time you fight bot, he's coming right now. So look at the map here. I want you to look at the map here.
Yeah, okay. He will be there in that bush.
He's coming right now. He's coming to dive. He's coming to take Krugs. He's coming to do something, right? But he is walking bot instantly. Okay. And what happens if you keep fighting Ezreal?
Well, we will end up dying to.
Yeah, he just smites you guys and you die, right? So you guys have so little health, he just touches you guys, which is exactly what happens, right? That's like the thing you want to focus on, right? Is don't fight unless you have a reason to. That's like laning. And every time you want to push minions, the first thing you think about is what?
Yeah, I look at the map and think that any way I could die by doing
Yes, that. Exactly. You can even get better than that. What will they do? Because sometimes you won't die, but they'll poke you. You ever play against Xerath or Brand or Varus? Right? Yeah, it's all the same idea. They're all gonna try and poke you, right? So what will they do when I go for this minion? So you think about it, gank, and you think about their ability in lane, and then that's pretty good right there. So it's kind of the main thing we should be thinking about here. Like even here, right? Oh, is Nocturne level 6? He's not level 6, so he can push, right? You see how that works, right? Oh, we found Nocturne. Nice. Sure. We're pushing. Nocturne is trying to die, by the way. Let's go kill this guy. Okay. He's like running away or something, but he still dies. Good. Oh my god, is Nocturne trolled? Wow. He had a lead and now he threw it away. Thank god. Ah, Lissandra's trolling. Hook.
I think I'm dying.
Oh. Oh, you're gonna get fizz ulted. Run. You got fizz ulted. Yeah. See, how did I know?
I was gonna ask you, how did you know?
Yeah, how did I know? It's a habit, right? It's instead of hitting minions, this time we're hitting people. What's the habit?
Yeah, I think how can I die by doing that?
Do the one we did. I think that one's gonna be a little easier to remember. What will they do?
Yeah,
What will they
right.
do? In this example, what can they do? There's only one thing, right?
Yeah, he can ult me.
That's it. Anything else, you don't care. S0 Q, whatever. Zyra has no mana, no E, right? So Fizz is the only thing that can do the only one that can do anything, right? That's how we know you're gonna get Fizz ulted. Is that's the only, literally the only thing that could go wrong. So yeah, you died to Fizz ulti, right? So same idea. You want a minion? What are they going to do to stop you? Ganking, right? And I guess binding or whatever. And then second, when you want to hit someone, what are they gonna do to fight you? Okay, so those are. It seems like kind of the same habit with different triggers. So I want you to think every time you fight, every time you want to clear a minion, this happens, right? You want it to happen so often you can like do it in your sleep, or or better yet, you can automatically do it while playing. Or you want to get to the point where how I was watching your replay and I'm like, you died of Fizz 5 seconds before you died of Fizz. That's what you want. Okay, you want to get to that point. So
a lot of times, like I think it's these things, but it's not. It doesn't happen always. Sometimes, like my autopilot takes over, and
yeah, see, that's the problem with how a lot of people try and improve. They just play a lot of games, right? So let's say, have you felt this before, where like you said, sometimes you know it and sometimes you don't, right? And let's say you're dying to ganks a lot. So like for 1 week you say, okay, I'm not gonna die to a gank. What happens in 1 year? Is that habit still gonna be around, right? It's like, oh, you kind of knew you weren't supposed to die to ganks, but let's say next month you forget and you keep dying to ganks, right? So it's like it wasn't a habit. It's not long term. That's the problem. You want long term habits that will stick with you for years, right? That's what kind of what you're trying to make is something that'll stick around, right? And you do it so often that it's like ingrained in you. Like when you kill that minion, I looked at the map. I'm not even playing the game, right? When you kill that minion, I looked at the map. I'm like, are they gonna TP? You know what I mean? And am I getting Nocturne ultied? Right? Like that's how much of a habit you want it to be. Is that you're not even playing the game, but just looking at the game makes you think of these things. Right? I'm like, oh, okay, Zyra's in this bush. Because you want a minion. I have the same habit. You want to work on. I want to push the minion, but thinking the same thing. I'm just thinking, okay, where's Zyra? Right? So you have to wait for Thresh here if you're not careful. Oh, Zyra flash, you're dead. Right? It's scary. Yeah. Right? I mean, how do we know this? We've seen it a million times, right? As ADC. We've seen it so many times. So
yeah, that's why I was thinking she might be there, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's like if it doesn't happen once or twice or 3 times in a row, you are just, oh, I'm just fine. I'm just good.
Yeah. You think you're fine, right? And then when it does happen, that's when you have to fix it. All right. Because that means you're at the elo where they start punishing you for it. Right, so let's say you're in bronze and they're like not punishing you. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's say you're in like diamond and they start punishing you every time. Now it's a problem, right? Now it's a problem. So now you have to fix it, right? And you're looking for a permanent fix too. So you want to make sure it never happens again, essentially. So yeah, that's definitely a thing we're looking for, right? Let's take a look at this. So here we wanted the minions. We saw Zyra. Oh, the root. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. And you can ulti this. Hey, nice. Nice, this is good. 100% good, right? Oh, no, don't aim the fizz. Oh, no. How come we don't aim the fizz?
Because he has E.
Yeah, it's always the same thing. Okay, what is he going to do? Okay, you push a minion, what is he going to do? You fight, what is he going to do? All right, that's what I want you to think. That's like the main thing you want to think about. Like you're already platinum. You don't really need to think about what you're going to do. Like back it up here. What are you going to do here? You're going to fight this Zyra. Okay. How many brain cells does it take to press Q and auto attack?
What?
Like how hard is it for you to press Q and auto attack?
Well, it's not.
It's not hard, right? How hard is
Yeah.
it for you to make sure you don't get hit by this root?
Well, it's a lot harder.
It's a lot harder, right? So that's the thing you want to work on is what are they gonna do when you do this thing? Okay, so we have one for pushing waves, looking at the map, and we have one for fighting, right? And figuring out what he's gonna do, right? So if you pause it here, obviously he's gonna root, right? But in
Right.
game, how do we figure it out? You think about it before he shows up or immediately, right? The instant he shows up, you can do it, right? And it's always the most important ability. Don't worry about like the Q or the plant or whatever. That's like not that important, right? It's the root that's the most important. So worry about that first.
Yeah.
And then let's keep going. Sure. Nice try on the W. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Wow, this chat is so funny. What the heck? What is this chat? Is this the power of EU?
Yeah, I have had a lot of toxic games lately. I don't know why.
God. What the heck? That's so funny. Okay, here we go. Easy kill, right? Oh, go Lissandra, go! Go Lissandra, go! Oh, they know. They know. It's okay. Nice try. Press forward. Sure. I want to see some more PvP stuff because I think pretty much everything at your elo is gonna be against the enemy players. Right? Don't worry about like maximizing your income or anything like that. We just need to make sure we don't lose fights, right? We're not getting ganked or stuff like that. So yeah, let's keep going. Do you have any questions so far, by the way? Or
No, I got it.
Cool. How about anything like we haven't talked about yet?
I don't think so. Until
Cool.
from all what happened, I think that's it.
Oh, free kills. Let's go. These are free kills, right? Team Go. Your Ramus is trolling. No. Oh, you almost died there.
Yeah, I know.
Spooky. What was gonna happen?
Well, Fizz could ult me, Volley could rush me.
Yeah, volley, flash, fizz, ulti. That's about it, right? That's it. I'd say. So, man, I would be scared if I were you.
Yeah, I was.
Crazy. Okay, well, your team didn't want to defend, so it's okay. Not your fault. Oh, you died. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. What do you think?
Well, I've seen this one in one of your like coaching videos where a guy was always like seeing there is a fight and you're just going straight there.
Yeah, I remember that one. There's a lot of those, right? So how do we fix this? What do we say?
Well, I think is the same thing. I look at the map and I should know like if I go that way there can be enemies. I mean, not only Nocturne. It could be Zyra or someone else. I don't know.
Yeah, we see 2 people. That means 3 people could be in this bush.
Yeah.
Like actually 3 people, right? So yeah, definitely because you see some people doesn't mean you see everyone. Let's say you see 4 people. All it takes is Nocturne to be here. That's actually a common trap with assassins. They just hide and they wait for you to walk by, right? The assassins are just waiting for you. So again, same thing, right? So instead of every time you push your minion, it's ganks. Every time you see a fight, it's look at the map and it's ganks still, right? And then if we want to talk about like fighting habits, I think that's the last priority. But you could say predict their ability, right? Which ability are they going to use? Like how are they going to catch you? So yeah, this is just it really is the same thing, right? you want to do something. There's a dude that's hiding that you don't notice, and he just kills you. That's about it, right? In terms of how you lose games, this is the only way. And when you actually fight and you can see everyone, how many times have you lost that?
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, never, except for lane. In lane, you like fought them for no reason, but out of lane, fine, totally fine. It's actually good, right? So that's the main focus I think you should be having. Is figuring out, having more information, basically, knowing where everyone is. This is also like the other one. We saw this earlier, right? Where you want to hit minions, and what happened?
Yeah, I got root.
Yeah, you gotta read it, right? So that if there's like another thing on top of all that, you could look at this too. But I think the other stuff is losing you games more than this, right? So we'll worry about this later. I think if you can work on those, this will get fixed, honestly. So it very much is habits when a fight breaks out and when you want to push minions, right? So Fizz, you're keeping you're keeping Lissandra between you and Fizz. That's really good. Because what is he gonna do? He's just gonna ulti, right? That's really good. And Lissandra can just ulti herself. Oh, nice. Wait, what? This W didn't work. Oh my god.
I'm
It
not
looked
sure.
like it's Volley's the only one that isn't marked.
Oh wait, that's
Oh
on
my,
Zyra,
that's
right?
crazy. Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, nice try. That was a good try. Good try, good try. Okay, let's keep going. But yeah, is this game really hard?
Well, it's not. I mean, at this point, it can be. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean,
Oh
Nocturne can one
god.
shot anybody.
Oh god. Okay, so how did Nocturne get so strong? You see this?
I started
You
this.
started it. I promise you. I promise you. Giving away kills to the enemy jungler is the fastest way to lose solo queue right now. Let's say you got the double kill. Would this have changed? Would this have changed much in the game?
No.
Exactly. That's the problem with ADC right now. Is that you might think, okay, 2-3 years ago, you get the double kill, you're winning. You get the double kill, the enemy kills you, you're winning. Not anymore, right? Because this jungler just kills everyone. You see how easy it is? Like it's so brainless for him to kill you, right? You have flash and heal, you can't even react in time. Like it's insane, all right? So if there's ever a thing you need to fix, it's the first 20 minutes of the game. I want you to think you have a perfect, okay, that's not even 20 minutes, 15 minutes, perfect 15 minutes. And then you'll win most of your solo queue games, okay? Or you have a really good chance of carrying all your solo queue games. If anything goes wrong in lane, you lose the game, okay? That's kind of what I want you to think, because that is pretty much what happens in solo queue. So ganks first, almost always. This is like the same thing as the whole fighting thing, right? Oh, we can get away though. Let's go. Ramus trolling. He taunted the shield, right, or something. Let me see this.
I think so.
Oh my god, he didn't. He should have pressed Q first, right? I don't know. He's trolling. Okay, whatever. Good try, Ramus. Okay, keep going. Fast forward. This is pretty much gonna be it's pretty much over at this point, right? Well, maybe they'll throw. Okay, let's keep going. I want to see some maybe some team fighting ideas. Oh, he ulted you. Feels bad. Same thing, right? You want minions? He's gonna do something to you. You know, it's the same thing, right? Okay, so oh, he's gonna flash. Oh no, you turned around. Oh no. Like, how did I know he was gonna flash?
Because that was a free kill.
Yeah, it's literally the only way you die. He's gonna flash. Oh, of course he's gonna flash, right? Think of it from like their point of view. Is a good way to put it, right? So don't worry so much about like doing damage or you know, pressing Q or anything like that. That's all kind of automatic for you, hopefully, right? We need to make sure we're doing the opposite now. We're making sure you know when they're gonna press Q, you know when they're gonna stun you, and then you can't die. That's the ideally what will happen. So let's keep going. Yeah, I think we'll finish this replay and end with any last questions you might have. But this is kind of it's pretty much doomed at this point, right? Oh, the game's almost out of your hands. Okay, actually, let's watch this. Maybe some good team fighting will save the game. Oh, the hook. Oh, aren't you just dying to Nocturne ulti? Oh. Oh. He doesn't have ulti. He's not here. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. Yeah, I think this game is too far gone. You're just you should have died to the ulti, but there's not really much you can do, right? Oh, if you stay, he's gonna ulti you. You gotta run. Oh. Yeah, he did. He was like off doing something. I don't know. He was off doing something else. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw him before joining that fight. But anyway, his ult is He can ult me even if he's not really there. So yeah.
Yeah. So what's our solution? If he can ulti you and you're just gonna die, what do?
Then I don't know, don't fight.
You can hide in a bush until it's done, right? Although you know, this game is too if you do that, it's 4v5 for a while, right? But if you don't, it's still 4v5 because he kills you, right? So pick
Yeah,
the
so
lesser of two
don't.
evils. Yeah, so the big problem was we just can't feed him in the first place, right? That's why it's so hard when you die in lane. You're stuck with really bad choices out of lane. Okay, let's keep going. They're just gonna try and end with Baron. Probably just siege a lane or something. Wow, their Volibear is 806. That's kind of funny. Okay, you have flash. Maybe you can debate the ulti. Wow, Zyra almost one shot you, by the way.
Really?
Tricky. Oh, here comes the ulti. Oh, yeah, you can't really do anything here. And then they end the game, right? So okay,
Yeah, it's doomed.
what do you think? What is the main thing you want to work on?
Yeah, like thinking before doing anything, before fighting, before pushing.
Right. What? Yeah, remember the specific triggers and the specific habit you want to insert there, right? So, like you said, before fighting, what habit do we want to insert there?
Like how are they gonna respond? How are they gonna try to kill me?
Right. Just physically, we look at the map and then we think those things, right? Perfect. And then in lane when we're pushing, kind of like the same thing, right? Who's ganking me? I think is the big one. Don't worry too much about like the binding and stuff. If that becomes a problem, okay, then you want to worry about it. But I think you're losing on the other stuff, right? It's not because they're landing CC on you when you want to wave or something. It's because you're just getting ganked, right? So every time you want a minion, every time a minion wave comes in, that's what I want you to think. Okay, that's like the main thing to work on. And then the other one is every time a fight happens, look at the map, right? What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that will solve like most of my games.
Yeah, that's pretty much like 80% of your problems, right? So if you can have like a clean game like this, it's amazing, right? This is what you want to see, right? You want to have kind of like no mistakes to the jungler, right? Like look at this. The games where you have like very little deaths is great. But anytime you have like these amount of deaths, it probably something went wrong in lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When you look at this, it's just good indicator that something went wrong in lane, right? So any last questions before we wrap it up?
well, there was something else playing I wanted to ask you. Like I had a problem when sometimes I'm against like trade matchups,
Like this.
and yeah, it can be, but it was easy because we had a way to respond. We would just all in them. But I mean, there are some matches where I have no response to their trade.
Ah, yes. Sometimes you cannot beat their trade, right? So what do we resort to? Let me see if we can find an example like this. In a sense.
Yeah, I think I was like twitching that game, right? I had a game where I was Twitch
Oh, okay. Let's see.
and then I don't know if you can find it. It was like pretty long time ago. But that was the perfect example because Twitch has like no way to actually respond to I don't know a karma who comes and kill me or Sona or something like that.
Let me see if I have an example here. I think I had an example today. Okay, this one, right? This one they're gonna trade with you.
Yeah, right.
So what do? Your pike needs to land Q. What do? You have to wait. That's it, right? And make sure you don't trade no matter what, right? So, why is this fair? What do you think? Oh, it's not fair because they win lane, right? So why do we ever pick this? Oh, maybe Pike, if he lands 1Q, we kill them, right? Something like that, right? So there's like the power in your lane is different. But yeah, if you have no response, sometimes you can't farm, right?
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah, sometimes you can't farm, right? But in these games, it's not really about farming, right? Solo queue nowadays is more about what? Someone just randomly dies. You know what I mean? So let's say like in those games you had, let's say you had 50 CS on the enemy ADC and he still double kills you. You still lose, right?
Yeah, that's
So the
true.
PvP is most important. And you know what happened in these games? They died first, right? Let me show you. We're like 3 games in, something like that. There's an Ezreal here. Okay, this one. Okay, let me show you what happened here. Okay, fast forward. Okay, we're like down 30 CS, right? Okay,
Yeah.
we're already down 20 CS, right? And both of us have a kill. So we're quote unquote losing the game. But what happens the longer the game goes on?
Well, Kai'Sa will scale better than Lucian.
Yeah, exactly, right? So we're not necessarily in a bad spot, but it's not great, right? Of course, it doesn't feel good, right? But what happens when they can't PvP correctly?
Well, they lose.
Okay, so you know, we're getting a gank here, and you know, what happened? He died to the jungler, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You
So
see,
you see how important that is. He's up 20 CS. It doesn't matter. You still die to the jungler, right? So that's like
true.
how important it is. Okay, and then we can even like fast forward here. Like let's check this out. Yeah, let's check this out. Right. So he's still winning in CS, or actually we might have evened it out a little bit. Right, but it feels really bad because you can't trade. And then why are we trading here? It's because our jungler's here, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, you know, they didn't realize that, so they couldn't PvP correctly. They didn't play the situation correctly, so they just died, right? Like, you know, how much money was he up? Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, we played the situation correctly, so they lost any amount of CS advantage they had. That's what you're looking for, right? Is you're looking to play out the situations correctly, even if the lane is losing. You know what I mean? So even if they want to trade on you and it feels bad to lose the minions like this, let's say you can't trade with them, that's okay. You need to wait for your stun or your gank or whatever your win condition is, right? Oh, you have a Leona here, right? You have to wait for Leona to go in, right? Does that kind of answer your question?
It's true, yeah. I mean, most of my games end up with end in one fight. I mean, that's all it takes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it
exactly.
doesn't matter your lead. If one of them ends, it's over.
Yeah, think about it this way: if they're not getting a lead by trying to trade, why are they picking this trading lane? Right?
Yeah,
It's supposed to pressure you. You're not
yeah,
supposed to
true.
win, right? So yeah, that's kind of you know how we look at things. So makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Good,
I
good.
actually wanted to ask you something more.
Yeah.
Uh, for example, like in these situations where like Nocturne was fed on another assassin, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Does it matter if I like build a tank item or something like that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think I've been testing, and it's really up to you. I think if you think the ninja tabbies will save you, then go for it, right? In terms of GA, they have to like when you die, your team can still win in GA. You know what I mean? So you can't have like 4 tanks. Otherwise, if you die in GA, your team can't really do anything, right? Someone else on your team has to be able to carry as well, right? So, but other than that, you kind of want to itemize. You can itemize for assassins. That's actually pretty good. So, because if you don't itemize for assassins, you just insta die. You know what I mean? Like in this case, let's say we go to 6 items and you don't have a hex drinker. Even though he's like 1 in 9, if he has 4 or 5 items, he's still one shotting you, right?
Yeah, it is.
So are they guaranteed to hit me? That's what I want you to think. Are they guaranteed to hit me? So let's say like in this example, you know, what do you think? Should you itemize for Kha'Zix?
Well, I don't. I was like trying to build a tank item. It was too late.
Oh, we don't want a tank item, right? We want like a damage item that is tanky. So like GA, Phantom Dancer, right? Those are good. Those are like your options essentially, right?
Yeah,
So
but it wouldn't matter. Like anyway.
yeah, he's too fat. He's too fat, right? But that like if it was more even, right? That's what you want. Okay, you didn't play ADC this one.
Yeah, I got a lot of it.
Like how about this one? You know, do they have guaranteed damage on you?
Not necessarily. No,
Not
I don't think
necessarily.
so.
It's not guaranteed. Like if they want to hit you, they're guaranteed to hit you.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Well, V can engage on me.
Right? If she really wanted to, she could do it. Anyone else?
I think even Jace.
Right? Jay's gonna flash on you, right? So you're gonna take some damage. Anything else?
Well, Twitch could come with his Q.
Yeah, Twitch. Right? So all of them are physical damage. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I need GA, right?
Oh, you could buy GA, you could buy Tabbies with Phantom Dancer, right? Anything along those lines, right? So you see how that works? If you think they have guaranteed damage on you, then you can consider building against that damage. Like, you know, Nocturne is guaranteed damage, right? This is the game we saw, right? Nocturne is guaranteed damage. And Fizz is guaranteed damage, right? Oh, now you have a problem. Good luck. Maybe you need like a Phantom Dancer and you need some magic resist somehow. I don't know. Good luck there, right? So
yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, you just stay super safe from one of them. Probably the Fizz. Does that kind of answer your questions? Don't build like Randuins or something, but you can build defensive in the sense of like Bloodthirster, GA, Phantom Dancer, Ninja Tabbies, that kind of stuff, right? Hex Drinker. So.
Yeah, alright.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Awesome. Then let me know how these games are going. Remember, you're trying to like do the habit as often as possible, right? Because like when we say every wave, look at the map, we actually mean like every wave. So that's like every 30 seconds, right? Every time you want to wave. So try to not forget when you're going into game. Like when you're going to game, you're like not really trying to win. You're trying to make your map awareness amazing, and that will give you wins, right? You see how that works? So one will lead you to the other, but you can't go backwards. You can't be like, I want to win, and then you magically win somehow. It doesn't really work that way, right? when you become good, and then we could win. So focus on creating these habits. I think that'll help a lot.
Yeah, they will.
Awesome. So I guess let me know how your games are going, and if you want to show me clips of you working on the map awareness and stuff, definitely send them my way. All right.
All right.
Okay, cool. Otherwise, have a good morning then in EU.
Okay, thanks, man.
No problem. See ya.
See ya.